Hello, good evening, and welcome. This is Cafdil Healthcare here on Cafdil Television. Today on our show, we are going to dive into a topic that really saves life, and that is blood donation. We are going to ask who is qualified to donate blood. This and many more is what we are going to discuss today. My name is Kojo Atta. We are live on Facebook and also on YouTube. Facebook is Cafdil Cape Posts and YouTube Cafdil EDU. I'll introduce my guests right after this break. Stay tuned.
Cafdil TV, in collaboration with Cape Coast Teaching Hospital, is organizing a blood donation exercise on Easter Monday, 21st April 2025, at the Mary Queen of Peace School premises, 4th Rate, Cape Coast here. So we are pleading with you to come and support us, and also invited. Donate blood, then save a life. That day is holiday, so we need you to come and donate blood, then save a life as well. That is 21st April, Easter Monday, Mary Queen of Peace, 4th Reach. We are inviting you to come and support us as well.
Welcome back. If you just tune on, this is Cafdil Healthcare on Cafdil Television. I've been joined in the studios by two professionals from Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. Samuel Odia Kwame, he is a principal blood donor organizer, Cape Coast Teaching Hospital, and also Otrida Kosapong, also senior blood donor organizer, Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. Gentlemen, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hope you are good.
We are good by God's grace.
When was the last time you donated, Sapon?
January.
January.
Yes.
Last year, December.
Hey, no one should actually ask me anyway. I don't want to. But growing up, we thought that those like Kwame are qualified to
Donate more blood.
people like me, there. I mean, so how are you going to? I don't know, but I think I will get there. But let me start with you, Kwame. Why is blood donation crucial for saving lives, and how does it actually directly impact patients in need?
Blood donation is very crucial. It is simple. Blood is not manufactured. It is for you and I to donate before a patient gets their blood. Now, we have accident cases. We have sickle cell cases. We have pregnant women who walk to our end. Major surgeries. In all these instances, blood is needed to save lives. Now, when there's an accident and the patient is losing blood, there's no way we get blood for the person unless somebody has donated. Then we pick for the patient. When there's an elective surgery, when there's a sickle cell patient, a cancer patient, people going through dialysis. In these instances, when there's need for blood, we donate. And it's very critical because until somebody donates, it is not available.
So as soon as a patient loses blood, you have to replace it.
In that instant, when there's a surgery and there's blood pouring out, you have to replace blood with blood.
So, Sapon, how safe is blood donation? Are there any risk for the donor or the donor, whatever way?
Blood donation is 100% safe. And I say that because the instruments we use are sterile and then they are single use only. So whatever instrument we use for Kwesi will not be repeated for Ama. And it's the safest. It's the safest. As you know, blood cannot be manufactured. So of course we need to donate it. And in the act of donating, whatever that we are using is 100% safe because we have a lot of medical practitioners around to make sure that whatever we are using is safe. So it's safe.
Are there any risk for the donor?
Using the word risk, no. There are no risks involved when it comes to donating blood. When I come prepared, I had enough sleep, I come, the donor care nurses interact with me, I'm at ease. The process is just 8 minutes process, so there is no risk. And mind you, all the instruments we are using are sterile and they are for single use only. And with our standard procedure of operating, I tell you, there are no risk involved at all.
Okay, you made mention of the donor come prepared. Is it psychologically, mentally, physically? Which of the preparation are you talking about?
Thank you very much. Preparation in the sense that I know I need to donate blood. I wasn't forced into donating blood. That makes it concrete that donating itself is a noble exercise. If you are talked into donating, you may have some discrepancy, you don't want to donate. But if you come willingly in the act of coming to save blood, you'll be at free. Unless, of course, there is this fear of needle, you've heard a myth, you heard something that is not true or untrue about blood donation, then you may fear, you may have a little fear. But our donor care nurses and our senior officers will talk to you and all these fears will allude.
All right. So, Kwame, I want you to walk us through the entire blood donation process. How long does it take and what should donor expect?
Within 45 minutes, it should be done. So you walk into our facility. We ask what you are coming for. I'm coming to donate blood. You are made to sit down for some 5 minutes so that you can rest. You might have just walked in. So you rest. Then the donor care nurses take you through some medical procedures. They first check your BP and your weight. You should be 50 kilograms and above. Then they fill your bio data, your name, your age, where you are coming from, your contact numbers. Then you are asked some medical questions just to make sure that you are physically fit and sound that day. When you are done, we take your sample to screen. We screen for hepatitis B, hepatitis C, syphilis, and HIV. When you pass all these, you are then registered and you are taken to the process of bleeding. That's why we call bleeding, donating. On the couch, whilst donating, maximum 8-10 minutes, you are done. Then you are made to rest for about 5 minutes, refreshed before you can go away. Now, within all these processes, you are made aware of whatever we are doing. And when you have objections or any questions, you feel you are free to ask these questions. We'll respond and give you the explanation as well.
So what do you think actually prevents people from donating?
Mostly, I would say fear of needle. Then there are myths that I donate, my blood is getting finished. Who will be using the blood and all those stuff? Now, needles, yes, we'll use needles because in taking your sample, we'll use a needle to take your sample. In bleeding or in the process of giving out your blood, we use a needle. The needle pricks are painful, a little bit painful, but it doesn't last for that long. So we are taking your sample, within 30 seconds, you are done. In bleeding, 5, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, you are done. When the needle goes in, you will feel it. But afterwards, when the blood is flowing into our donor bag, you don't feel anything. Then secondly, too, when you donate, if you qualify to donate, it means for males, you have 13 grams per deciliter and above. That's your level of blood. Females, 12. And when we donate, you are donating less than 450 mils. The bag contains 450 mils, can take 450 mils, but it has some fluid inside. That is 63 to 67 mils. It's taken out. So combine 450 mils. And just after donating, 48 hours after that, you have your blood back, the whole volume of blood donated back. So it's not as if you are giving blood and you will not be regaining the blood. 48 hours after
48 hours. It doesn't matter what you eat.
You just have to take in fluids. So when you finish donating, that's why we refresh you. You're also educated on
with
some
what?
Beverage. Usually Milo mixed beverage. If there is malt, you'll be given. It depends on each facility. Now, after donating, you are advised to what activities to do and what to take in. But the best thing is taking fluids. You get coconut, you take. Fruit juices, you take. Water, you take. That is all you need.
You made mention of myth that both of you made mention of it that not actually prevent people from donating. But don't you think because of the series of tests that you do before the person is allowed to donate could also prevent people like HIV, like syphilis and that? Because I've heard that someone will be comfortable or stay longer if the person doesn't know his status.
That's what we think. That is what we think. Now, there's a saying, knowledge is power.
Yeah.
For lack of knowledge, my people perish. If you know, you take steps to prevent or to prevent
Manage it.
whatever could happen out of this thing. So, if you find out that you're HIV positive, you are not just told to go away. You have a public health unit. We refer you to that unit. There's a hepatitis B clinic at Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. Syphilis, HIV, there's a clinic. You know. So let's say I test and I'm hepatitis B positive. Now, I have a partner who is not. We take steps for her not to also be positive. It is the best way out. I am HIV positive. Then a family member uses my shaving stick. We withdraw those services so that we don't come in contact with blood and stuff with a relative. It prevents the person from getting it. Rather than keeping it to yourself or not knowing, then we share, then in the end we are all dying. These days, there are a lot of medications. You take, you live longer. Better know than
never. All right. If you just tune in, this is Cafdil Healthcare on Cafdil Television. We're discussing blood donation. You know, blood donation saves a lot of lives. And if you've not donated before, maybe you may have your reason for not donating, but I think listening to this, you may have change of mind. So how often, Sapon, can someone donate blood, and why is it important to donate regularly?
Okay. Now, for a healthy human being within the ages of 17 to 65 years, you can donate after every 4 months. That is healthier. It helps you reduce the risk of cardiovascular infections. It reduces the iron content in your heart that prevents heart diseases. It also helps the easy flow of blood in your system. So it's very important that each and everybody donates blood. For one peculiar reason on the myth, people based on the fact that they are afraid of the sharps, but these sharps is just like getting a prick and that's all. Yes, but the important way. I learned recently that even if you donate blood frequently, it makes you handsome or beautiful physically. Yes, physically.
And some blood goes and new replaces.
Always fresh.
Yes, because the cells are out, new cells come. So it stimulates your body to produce new blood cells, especially the red blood cells and the white blood cells to fight against infections.
Okay.
So it's important that we donate blood for these two reasons. Yes.
Okay. All right. And I don't know, but is that 4 months?
Yeah, every 4 months. Every 4 months.
So a year,
3 times.
3 times
Yes.
a year. Oh, okay. So for a very longer time that someone has, take someone who has never donated before and want to donate. What are you going to tell the person for him or her to change his or her mind this time around to come and donate?
Donation, we take donation as preparing for an examination.
Sure.
So students will read ahead of time, say the SHS, 2.5, 3 years before you get to write your exams. Now, I have family members all over. Then, say my wife is going to deliver, needs blood. Somebody who would have donated beforehand for us to use the blood. So it's just preparing beforehand. If you've not donated today, when a family member needs and somebody has also not donated, he or she is not getting. If you donate 1 unit, it saves 3 lives, 3 babies. So say I have donated, then my family member needs blood, a baby, my wife, my mother or father. The blood is already available to be given to the patient. In times of need, we might be hot, GPs will be high, you'll be running up and down to buy medications, or you might not be available. That is when it is very critical. When you are not available, when you are busy, who gets blood for your patient? Donate now. You prepare for the future. When it's in need, when you are in need of blood, it is available for you to donate. That is 1. 2, when you are donating, when you come in to donate, just like I said, you have some medical questions being asked, screening done. We usually don't go to the hospital. We don't know whether we have hypertension or we are getting sick, our blood level is low and all those stuff. When you walk into any other hospital, the cheapest, just you spend something. But in donating, it is free. You walk in, you are donating, you get to know all of these things for free. Then you know whether I am fit or not. If you are not, you are given advice to go on and to get fitter and come back next time.
You made mention of when you donate blood regular, it clears your cardiovascular
System.
infections or something.
Yeah, it doesn't make you prone to cardiovascular infections.
So I want you to elaborate on those infections, that cardiovascular infections, for the sake of our viewers. What infections particularly are you talking about? So
we have some example heart diseases, and these are when the iron content in your heart are more. Yeah, it's I don't know how to explain it unless maybe you might have experienced it before. You have an irregular beating of heart, boom, boom, suddenly, and this is because the iron content in your heart is more than usual. So if you donate blood, you let go of the iron content in you, then you produce new red cells. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Big Sam made mention of the importance. When you donate blood, we give you the donor card. And this card, the very first certificate in it belongs to you. The second one is for a relative. So if you're a good donor, you don't elapse it, you have more cards, more certificates in it. It means you can give blood to a lot of people. If you have a relative who needs blood, you come to the hospital, oh, this is my relative needs blood. I have a donor card. I have like 5 leaflets in it. It means you have access to 4 units of blood for that person. And each blood given, we take the certificate back. Each blood given, take the certificate back.
It's for free.
It's free.
That is free.
But you see, we've also heard a report that even though that person may have donated before, but when they come to hospital and a relative or someone needs blood, they go through a lot before they get some. How true is it?
So before a patient receives blood, it goes through, so right after donating, the blood has to go through a screening process. Though we tested the donor for the 4 tests I said, it goes through another step, the confirmatory step, to see if everything is clear. Then when we do that, it comes at a cost. That is 1. Before the patient also gets the blood, we take the patient sample, the sample from the donated blood, cross-matching. The lab does some cross-matching process. All these come at a cost. The patient is made to pay part. If you walk into any facility to do this confirmatory test, you are going not below 400, 500. Now, the cross-matching process is not even added yet. The patient is made to pay a processing fee of 180 cedis for adults. For kids, it's cheaper. Then, that is when you receive the blood. That is the cost people are usually associating with buying the blood itself. You are paying part of the cost that we used in processing the blood to make it safe for the patient. That's what you pay. And you are receipted for it.
So that one, so if you are not a donor, you pay extra.
Being a donor, no, you don't pay extra.
Okay.
If you are not a donor, you are asked to replace before you go, so that the next patient will also be able to get blood.
But if we're a donor,
that will be all.
Okay.
That will be all. Oi.
So we all ought to be donors.
Do you know that the donors, some of them think that having donated, and whether you or your relative needs blood, you just show your card, just as you said, they give you blood and you are gone.
You're gone. That is understood. But then we also explain to them, you will still have to pay for the processing fee.
I think that is where the confusion is.
Yeah, exactly.
It's usually added to the bill.
Is that?
It's usually added to the end of bill. Yes.
But do people walk in to donate blood for money?
We have commercial donors, and we don't encourage that because now we have a system where most hospitals are being linked up. If not, I donate as a commercial donor at Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. I walk to University of Cape Coast Hospital, donate. Then they lie that you ask, when was the last time you donated? They will tell you 4 or 5 months ago. It might be 2 weeks ago. That's the problem. So they don't wait for the cells to mature. If you finish donating within 4 to 8 weeks, the red cells will be matured enough to donate again. I will say 4 months. They don't wait for that. Yeah. They just walk into a different hospital because of money and take.
But the blood that they donate, is it safe?
It's not safe. In giving blood to patients, you're not just giving the fluid. You are giving cells, life. So blood can be separated into different components. So if, say, a patient is anemic and needs red cells, you are giving the packed cells. If the patient has bleeding disorders, you are giving platelets or plasma. Now for them, those cells, the white cells, the red blood cells, are not matured enough. So you are just pouring water, fluid into the patient and not value.
Hey.
It's serious.
So which means then you would have the hospitals around should, develop some technology that will link all of you.
Exactly.
At one portal where if I should come and donate, my details are entered so that when you go to any other hospital to donate, as soon as you mention your name, it will pop up.
It will pop up. Exactly. It's being done at the moment. Ours is the LIMS. I don't know how the other hospitals call it. Now, you can just walk into our end, say I'm a donor, give your details, and you might have donated somewhere, say in Accra. We enter on the system, it pops up.
Wow. So that one, as soon as it pops up, you just tell the person that you donated.
Of course.
So your cells are not mature to donate again.
Exactly.
Okay. So who benefits from from blood donations, and what are some of the real world stories, where blood donation saved lives, Ankasa?
I'll give a most recent example, the Dompoase accident. I think 2 or 3, I don't know the exact year, but it just recently happened. You had a lot of lives being lost.
Going to
Takoradi, yeah. When he came in, we were lucky we had just come back from the Ahmadiyya donation. Ahmadiyya organizes a blood donation exercise every year, the beginning of every year. We had just come back and there was enough blood. It was readily accessible for them to use. We also have cancer patients, sickle cell patients, the leukemias, the dialysis patients that these days we hear a lot. When they walk in, because the machine takes out the blood, purifies and gives them pure blood back again, some components or some parts of the blood is lost. When they need blood, if it's readily available, you are giving them. A pregnant woman is delivering, losing blood. What happens? You have to give blood. Recently, we had a talk at Holy Child, and a student shared her experience. The father had surgery outside, but then she couldn't donate. That was the message. I couldn't donate. But then somebody's blood that was donated saved my father's life. It happens a lot. But then because we don't get opportunity to share them a lot, people don't usually hear of these things. But then you find an accident case, just like the Dompoase one. They came, blood was available, and nobody heard of. There was no blood to treat or assist these patients.
Actually, that story, it's been a while since we heard we go to hospital and say there's no blood and you have to bring a family member, that kind of, I think people have started
people are now understanding.
Donating a lot. Okay, then it's a good news. But is there a specific type of blood that is in high demand? And how can people with different blood types make a difference?
Sure. We have this peculiar blood, O negative. We call it the universal donors. They can give blood to any group at all. So we have the OAB, the O negative, O positive, the A positive, A negative, the AB positive, the AB negative.
That's mine. AB
okay, you are special. So the O negative distribute to all these people, all these groups. Yet we still need each group because there are general cases where someone who is AB positive needs blood, and we still need to get, if there's an available AB positive, we give. But in cases where there's an accident like the Dompoase one, and we do not have time to do cross-matching, and we have O negative, we give the O negative because O negative gives all. So when there's less time for transfusion, cross matching, we do transfuse the O negative. But then all other groups are also encouraged to donate. And in fact, we need them. We need all other groups.
But the O negative is in high demand.
It's in high demand. We call the rare blood groups. It's in high demand.
And so in your honor, those people you need to beg.
We have people who understand the process. They know they are investor donors. You call them, they come in.
Oh, now I understand. I understand the reason why someone showed me this and the receipts
in
the
certificate.
More than 5 or something. Oh, okay.
We also have what we call a donor panel. So we do make lists and tables of these special blood groups. So in case there is an agency of A positive or A negative, then we just refer them, we call them, then they come.
So when there is an emergency where the person is like AB positive, and you don't have O negative, which is universal, there's no other apart from, and you don't have the AB positive as well, the cross matching that you're talking about. That person cannot be given any other.
Oh, we have the person can receive A positive, the person can receive B positive. Yes, because the person's group has AB positive. So A positive is okay, B positive is also okay, O positive is also okay.
Oh, that is good to hear. But again, can anyone donate blood, or are there specific requirements?
Okay. First and foremost, the only requirement needed is to be healthy. 1, you are healthy. 2, my senior colleague said that 17 years and above. 3, you weigh 50 kg and above. 4, you might not have been in any temporal or permanent defect from any TTI. TTIs are the transfusion transmissible infections, HIV 1 and 2, syphilis, hepatitis B. If you've not had yourself involved in these STIs, then we consider you healthy to donate. Yeah, so anybody at all can donate, providing they are healthy and they fit within this category. Mostly, some people with tattoos and piercing think because they have this, they can't donate, but you can donate if only these tattoos and pierce you've had them for quite a while, more than 6 months, you can donate. But if it was you just had a tattoo 2 weeks ago, then it's too early to donate because there's machine used. We can't tell whether it's sterile or not sterile. So we give a time frame for like 3 to 6 months before somebody with piercing or tattoo can donate blood.
Oh, okay. This is the first time of hearing this. The tattoo and the piercing. They say you can never ever.
Yeah, you can. Initially.
You can. So research keeps giving us more information every time. Those with tattoos and stuff, we wait for a period before you can, because within that period, we believe the infections would have manifested already before. So if you have elapsed these periods of time, then you can donate.
In your submission, you made mention of that healthier thing, but I want you to reiterate on that. How does the process of blood donation contribute to a healthier donor? Are there any health benefits to donating blood? You made mention of one of them, looking fresh and stuff. Is there any other one?
So apart from the anatological background or the biological background, the more you donate, the more stronger you become. You clear your veins of all these fatty acids. New cells are produced. So you're always looking fresh every day. You're always looking strong every day. And I tell you, if you pick an average person who doesn't donate blood, and you pick an old man who is 60 or 65 who donates blood, you can tell from the skin and how strong they are that the one who donates blood mostly every 4 months is stronger, way stronger than the person who doesn't donate blood. Because the blood is in you, and after every 35 days, research have proven that your blood cells die. And these blood cells go to the liver, the liver works on them, then they're excreted, it's been excreted. So it's like the same old blood going through you for good 35 days. But someone who donates after every 8 weeks, get the blood out of the system, the spectrum here, the bone here spectrum, produces new blood cells. So this person is, even though it's looking like me, but having fresh blood through their veins. So generally, they are more healthier than the average person who keeps eating and not donating.
Others will also say that if a hospital needs blood and you have accident emergency, those people dying, why don't you spray their blood?
That's why the person is already dying.
Okay.
We need blood for the person. You just can't take the person's blood.
Or
we
those who
we wish
survive.
for more life. We wish for life. We pray for life. So
Now, I understand you. Somebody is almost dying. Why don't you take the
Yes.
person's blood? And the person is almost dying. What shows the blood is safe? There's
You
nothing
can
that shows.
test. Where you do tests.
Unless the person wants to. Well, I'm
You
not heard
do
of
test.
it out.
Test.
but then we are so almost dying, not dead.
Yes.
We want to
Could
save the
revive the
person's
person.
life. So give more blood. Revive the person. Let the person serve Mother Ghana.
Right. So, what are the current, blood donation challenges or shortages, and how can viewers, help alleviate these issues? CCTH in focus, because that is where you are coming from. Yeah.
We are mostly waiting we are reactive. We wait till when a family member needs blood before we want to donate. And that's where the problem is. So, say my wife needs blood or my mother needs blood. By then, I'll be very busy going up and down, trying to buy medications and other stuff for the person to be okay. And that's when the problem is. I can't donate for the person. Meanwhile, the person also needs blood.
Yeah.
Let's donate beforehand. So we are all donors. Every 4 months, I walk in, we all walk in to donate, and there's blood available for everybody. Secondly, too, the myth of I donate, I am not getting my blood back. It's not true. Or I donate, who uses the blood? I might not need it. Just like the health insurance system or any other system we have, the banking system, you take your money to the bank. The next time we are looking for money, somebody's units or the money currency is given to you. You donate, you give to another person. Somebody donates, you give to you as well. So when there's blood always available, the risk of I need blood I'm not getting is not there.
So, but currently you don't have any challenges there or shortages?
Once a while we get shortages. Once a while.
Seasonal shortages. When people think that so then of course people don't want to donate. But if there's a strong community engagement, there will be no shortage. Yes, if the aim is to make sure that anybody who comes to the hospital is giving blood, then we all engage ourselves in blood donation seasonally every 4 months. There will be no shortage.
So the one that you are giving out and the coming in, the percentage, if you weigh the two, which one supersedes the other?
Generally now, research says within every 10 minutes, 3 people need blood in Ghana. So going out is more than
every
10 minutes.
3 people.
3 people in Ghana need blood.
Hey.
So it's serious.
Very serious.
Very, very serious. And taking Cape Coast Teaching Hospital as an example, we have leukemia patients, sickle cell patients, dialysis, accident cases. We have elective surgeries. Pregnant women also coming in. You see, you have a lot of villages around us. Most don't go to the hospital when they are pregnant. They wait till delivery. And when there are complications and they are bleeding, that's when we have the problem.
So, apart from CCTH, around Cape Coast, Elmina, Aguna, and those areas, the blood bank is only in Cape Coast.
We have hospitals who operate their blood banks as well. UCC has, Elmina, I know Elmina Hospital also has.
Okay.
And there are other hospitals who have blood banks that they operate.
All right.
I know Metro Hospital too also has.
Okay. All right. You're still watching Cafdil Healthcare on Cafdil Television. We are discussing blood donation. How is the donated blood used? How is it used, and how does it save different types of life? For example, like you made even mention of the cancer patient, and how I want you to actually tell us how is it used and for those people.
So initially I said after donating, the blood is separated into components. You have the red cells, you have the plasma, you have platelets. Fresh frozen plasma is frozen. The red cells kept in our fridges, and the platelets kept on trays that are agitated for 5 days.
Okay, so that one thing that the person donates.
You can have 4 components from just one unit.
Oh, okay.
So you can have the platelets, fresh frozen plasma, cryoprecipitate, and the red cells, packed cells. Now, each has different uses. So say somebody is bleeding right after, say, surgery, and the bleeding cannot be stopped. You can give platelets. It helps the patient's clot. Now, somebody is anemic. You can give the red cells to boost the HB. Again, pregnant women, pre-eclampsia, eclampsia, those stuff,
Yes,
you can give the cryoprecipitate or the fresh frozen plasma.
Okay.
So each and every condition has different uses or requirements for blood. Now, some can also be given the whole blood itself. In cases where the patient's platelets are low and the HB is also low and there are other conditions in addition, the full unit can be given. Other than that, you can give separate components per each condition. So dialysis patients might use the whole blood because for them, the whole blood goes through the dialysis machine, then it gets back to them. So when they lose a lot of blood, then you are giving blood. When somebody is pregnant with this pre-eclampsia, eclampsia stuff, you can be given the frozen plasma. If you have bleeding disorders, as I said, you can be given the platelets to help boost clotting.
But we also sometimes hear that some of the blood also contain some kind of I've forgotten the name. Obi also blood no infections. Reactions or infections or whatever.
Reactions do happen.
Does that mean that the blood doesn't go through a screening or something?
Well, it goes through the screening. The screening will make sure that at least the blood, you don't have infections being transferred from the donor to the patient. So ours is the ELISA. The slightest infection you have for these things will be noted. The reactions happen because maybe the person might be on a medication reacting with the blood that the patient is receiving, and it's managed. So when you are being transfused, we don't just put the blood on you and walk away. There is somebody dedicated to the patient receiving the blood to monitor and see if there are reactions, and it can be treated. Reactions might happen, just like some might take paracetamol and be okay, some might take paracetamol and have reactions. It happens.
But you make sure that there's no infection.
It's the barest minimum. That's why we cross-match before. The cross-match makes it safe to know whether you have say A positive can be given to AB positive or not. Yeah.
Where is those blood kept?
In a fridge. We have a fridge room, so the red cells will go into the fridge. The platelets will be on an agitator, agitating. We have a shelf life of 5 days. The red cells 35 days. The frozen plasma is in a freezer.
How long does it take?
1 year.
Okay.
It can be stored for 1 year. Cryoprecipitates to 1 year. From the date of donation to 1 year.
So when a patient comes and needs blood and you say, oh, we are shortage of blood, does that mean that the component that the person is supposed to be given is not available at that particular? That is where you say we don't have blood.
Yeah, exactly. So sometimes you might have blood. Say you are AB positive. AB positive receives all blood groups. But then say if the person is O negative and we have O positive, we can't transfuse. We might have blood, but your group might also not be available.
So what can we do as a community to encourage more people to donate blood? The community.
It's about more education, more and more education, and also sharing these success stories. And sometimes, too, just like insurance, it sells by fear. But we shouldn't go to that end. We educate ourselves. We're always aware of the uses of blood and the processes we go through when donating, the benefits each donor has, and what the patients also benefit from readily accessible blood. It will encourage us to donate more. So in getting airtime like this, we are happy. We come on air, we educate you on why you should donate, If people have questions, we answer. We answer these myths, expel these stuff, so that at least we get to know that it is safe. It is a very, very, very safe process in donating, and it is safe when it's better when you have more blood, and patients can also get it easily.
I remember some years back I organized a SAM for Dunkwa Government Hospital, and you could see that people needed kind of motivation before, so you had to print T-shirts. You have to assure them of giving them Milo, blood,
the tangibles,
all those things. That's what they needed, and a lot of people came. So if CCTH is to organize one today, and somebody asks, what benefit am I going to get if I should come and donate? What will you tell the person?
First of all, the fellow must understand that it's a noble exercise. You're not giving blood because of what you get in return, but because you want to save life.
Exactly.
We do give certain incentives that are just to say thank you for coming, not to replace your blood or to let you know that this is an exchange. No, it's just to calm you down because you donated. Take this beverage, eat this, take this. But it's never as a reward, no. Yeah, I believe our reward is nature. Nature will reward us. So blood donation is a noble exercise. Let's keep that in mind for everybody. It's a noble exercise. So you want to give blood freely to save 3 extra lives. That is the idea we must use to donate blood.
But you made mention of after donating 24 hours, you gain your
48 hours.
48 hours. 48. You are going to get it back. And ask what it doesn't matter what the person eats, and he said beverages. In our economic situation today, if the person is unable to buy those beverages and goes back to what the junk things, food that he or she eats, is he also still going to get the blood back within the 48 hours?
That's why, just as you said, we give Milo and milk. It is not just to say thank you. It is also to encourage you to drink more.
Yeah.
So you have Milo and milk. What happens? You'll be preparing some tea.
But Milo is taken at that particular period.
Oh no! Just after donating, we give some sachets of Milo and 2 tins of milk and some. If there are other items you add in addition.
Those that you give after taking that thing, is the blood going to?
Well, that's why I said blood is not just about eating some specific foods. It's about more fluids. 50%, 55% of the blood we see, it's fluids. So drink more fluids, and that is all. You replace the blood back.
Where can one go to donate blood apart from hospital? Do you have any other?
We have community engagements, just like today. Today we had one at Akotache. We do go out, and when we go out, we publicize these donation centers that we are in. So sometimes UCC, Kotokraba, Abra, we do go out to communities, secondary schools, universities, and all those stuff. We visit them so that at least it lessens the donor's burden of walking to our end, and we go into the donor to donate.
I think here in Central Region, almost some selected hospitals you can go and donate blood. It's advisable to come to the Cape Coast Teaching Hospital to donate blood. In the Western countries, we have Red Cross centers you can enter, go and donate. But I don't think our Red Cross Society
is engaged in that at the moment.
So you made mention of selected hospitals in Central Region here. But what are those, apart from CCT, what are those hospitals?
Okay, so we have some clinics that you don't need to go and donate blood. They don't have the facility to donate blood.
You made mention of selected ones.
So you can go to UCC. UCC hospital is also safe to donate. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think our time is drawing closer, and so what would you tell our viewers to do?
So viewers, Cape Coast Mamba, those watching us from everywhere, please, if you're healthy, you are 17 years and above, you feel that you are healthy, no headache today, walk to the nearest hospital, get yourself checked, and donate blood. You can save up to 3 good lives. And you know what? When you donate blood, you screen yourself. It's better than going to pay money to get free screening. But come, donate, get screened, and let's build Mother Ghana healthy. Thank you.
It's not every time we get to be superheroes. Sometimes you see somebody and say this person is great or stuff. Saving lives is not difficult. Coming in to donate blood at Cape Coast Teaching Hospital, you save 3 lives. Next, it can be your relative, it can be you. So being a donor today, tomorrow, you are saving your own life. It's not a tedious process. It is not cumbersome, less painful. Just donate and save lives.
Even though that's but this thing just came to mind. There are certain religious body that do not believe in this, but individual maybe who belongs to that religious group willingly want to do it, but because of his or her beliefs, is not allowing that.
Exactly.
So what would you tell such a person? Should the person go ahead to do it, or I mean, it baffles my mind actually.
So within you, if you feel to donate, you can. So it's personal beliefs. It's personal beliefs. It's just like I feel like donating. I feel like saving lives.
But my belief doesn't.
Or we have people who from these religious sects have come in to donate before. So they might have had experiences. So maybe I belong to the sect that doesn't donate blood, but a brother who needed blood, who is not belonging to my sect, was saved by blood. So it becomes a personal experience for the person. Then why don't I donate? They do come in. And when you donate, it's confidential between you and us. It doesn't go out.
It doesn't go out.
So if you donate, it's between you and God. It's between you, God, and saving lives in Mother Ghana.
Yeah, it's a religious act.
yes. So saving life is very, very important that we save our lives. You heard Samuel Odia Kwamin. He's a principal blood donor organizer, Cape Coast Teaching Hospital, and also Otreda Konsapon as a senior blood donor organizer, CCTH. Thanks for watching. My name is Kojo Arthur. Same time next week. Good night. Cafdil TV, in collaboration with Cape Coast Teaching Hospital, is organizing a blood donation exercise on Easter Monday, 21st April 2025, at the Mary Queen of Peace School premises, 4th Rate, Cape Coast here. So we are pleading with you to come and support us, and also invited. Donate blood, then save a life. That day is holiday, so we need you to come and donate blood, then save a life as well. That is 21st April, Easter Monday, Mary Queen of Peace, 4th Reach. We are inviting you to come and support us as well.